Hello and welcome, I'm Misstical. This is Misstical Gaming and we're jumping into Watcher of Realms. I've been asked to go over campaign, normal 9, stage 29, no Silas. Okay, loads of options on how to do this. So let's jump into this. It's a long fight and you don't want to be spending ages going over and over and over again, getting towards the end and then dying and then redoing it. It's a long enough fight as it is, and unfortunately in this game there's no save points anywhere, so we have to go through it as best we can. So what do we want? We want 3 tanks. Now let's just flash up defenders. Probably no bad options if we're honest. There's varying degrees of good options. I don't think you can really go wrong unless you put effort into it. Maybe Constance if you've got to build more as a healer than a tank, but that's realistically it. So tank wise I've gone with the 3 normal. We've gone for Baron and we've gone for Olag as well. I mean, they're staples as tanks, aren't they, as defenders? They're absolutely brilliant. They're epics as well. Boom, Bobby Dazzler, they are in. Okay, they're fantastic. Healers, plenty of healers we can use, plenty of options for healers. Who have we got? We've gone Vortex. Vortex, absolutely top draw for this. He's an HP based healer, so when he gets hit, he's tanky anyway. We haven't got to worry about building him tanky. He already comes as a tanky healer, so any other HP based healers, chuck them in. If you want to take a Dolores, if you want to take Daichan, absolutely go for it. Good options to have because you can swap them over from doing that healing stuff to helping out your DPS, so they are fantastic options for you as well. I'm only taking 2 healers. I don't think you need anything more than that. Any more than that's a bit of overkill. Another shout out though, absolutely, for a healer here. It's because later on you might want some form of anti-heal, and he comes with anti-heal. So there's a healer with anti-heal. Possibly you might want to use him as well. Okay, so that's just a possibility. And then we've got the rest of our roster is filled up with DPS. So single target stuff. Let's do that first. I mean, there's some amazing single target DPSs out there. Silas, absolutely top draw, but we've been asked not to do with him, so most of the guides have got him in because he is fantastic. Sun Wukong, absolutely great. Kigari, I should imagine, be used. Ivar, great. I mean, struggling to find someone who's not going to be very good. The only thing I would say is if you're using fighters, you want fighters with enough range on them. You want to get that distance to stay away so you can fight over. I mean, so certain fighters are going to be a lot better at it. I mean, I don't have an arrogance on this account. One of the strange things, account's never pulled an arrogance. It's a Forerunner account, so it's been around a year before the global, and there were fewer heroes, and he was one of the first. Just never got in. Zilitude would be great. Xena would be fantastic, but recently someone said I didn't have a Xena. Why are you using her all the time? I'm using her all the time because I really like her. I've just started to use her. She'd be fantastic here, okay? So if you've got her, she'd be a great pick as well. Then epic wise, Idril you can use, no qualms there. And then fighters, yeah, Estrid, you could use an Estrid in there quite easily without any major issues. Should be fine to be used in there. So plenty of fighters there we can use for single target, and then multi-target as well. Okay, so again the same with the fighters. You want some range on there. Should be absolutely awesome. Not a fighter, but Vierna is absolutely fantastic for this as well. Hattie's really good, and then you've got the things like you've got Boris. We've got Lassa. Both of them are coming with that anti-heal as well, so possibly something you may wish to consider. Didn't find Maul to be particularly good. Karmit's fantastic. Greed, yeah, very possibly. Haven't tried the new epic. Yeah, and then there's Estrid there, and then yeah, anyway, she's going to be fantastic as well. So there we go, plenty of options you can use and run with. Who have we gone with? So healer wise, we've gone with Vortex Skin, fantastic. Then we've just picked up Lily because, well, we don't use her a lot. But if you're using like Ivar or something like that, she's going to get that extra range. So you might want to consider using her there as well. Okay, so that's the healers we've gone for. Single target damage. I mean, she's just been come out. If you pulled her, then absolutely go for her. She's absolutely fantastic. You can use her. Again, single target. We've got one of the poisoners, so let's use her as well. And then we've got our new Lord that everyone's should have just got, so she's very usable. And then AoE wise, we've got Honora here. She was available in the limited summon, but plenty of other, like you say, there's plenty of other AoE champions we can use instead of her. And we've gone for like a mixture of platform based, and we've gone for some ground based units as well, and that's what we've gone for. So let's jump into the fight and let's get this started up then. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to chuck down some DPS. We want to get rid of the little bloke that arrives down here to start with. So as soon as our DPS is up and running, then we're going to chuck down our DPS and get that down. Get that going. There's our DPS up and running. Now the next thing we're going to do is get me out of the way so we can all see everything. There we are, nice and small. There we are. Right, happy. Now after that, I'm waiting for 23. I'm going to wait for 23. I want to use my AoE DPS up here, and you can use any of your AoE DPS will work. I'm going to put her there, she'll fire up, we'll use her ultimate, boom, and then they'll all die. Absolutely great. I like using her because she's fantastic. And her ultimate, this Lord ultimate skill, is absolutely great. We can use it later on in the fight just to make our lives a little bit easier. Here comes the boss, and we'll wait for the boss to turn up. And the boss will attack the last person who came onto the screen, okay? So we will wait for the boss to do an attack, okay? We will fire off our ultimate. There we go. The boss is doing an attack. We'll let him attack up there. Now we can remove. And I'm placing down my healer. So he's next going to attack Vortex, which is fine because Vortex can take that hit. I'm placing my tank down, no great shakes there. I'm using up the ultimates, boom, boom. Now, this boss here, you want to get down as soon as you can. The boss is a pain, this first one, and you want that boss dead as soon as possible. Use up your DPS, and do not worry if your DPS dies, it's not an issue. Next, we're waiting for about 35, whoever you're going to place down. So I'm placing down Numera down here. But you feel free to place down whoever you'd like. So I'm going to place her down there, and then I'm placing Lily down as my healer, and I'm keeping this zigzag pattern going. And when we have a look at the boss's attack, he does a cross. There's a cross directly over Lily, so that zigzag pattern works really well for us, okay? Now the next thing I want to do down here, while they're attacking down, is I'm going to place a tank. Tank's great because the boss is going to attack the tank, which is fine. And then I'm going to put down a fighter. Now the fighter is down there solely just to get rid of this little bugger. That is all I want to do, is I want to kill this little bookkeeper as soon as I can. So there we go, there's my fighter ready. I can put down there and I can start taking them out. That is the first thing I want to do, because they buff that golem that's walking down. There we go, they're giving that golem some extra attack. Now before I recall, I'm going to wait for the boss. There's the boss's square, then I'm going to recall, I get the coins back, the boss wastes an attack. There we go, and that's what I'm doing. So now we're just attacking the boss. Slow time, taking the boss down. We're not too worried about anything. The rest of our DPS, we could have die without too many issues. We want to save our tanks. We want to get through the next round with our tanks. But the rest of it isn't so much of an issue, to be honest. So if you're slow timing your DPS here, feel free to chuck down some more DPS. Get some single targets on there. Put your AoEs down on there, okay? Use up some ultimates, that sort of thing, okay? It's alright if your DPS dies, it's not an issue for you, okay? But you want to kill this before they get round there, because once they get in the portal, then it becomes awkward for you, okay? So there you go. We'll finish this off before they get to the portal. There we go. Now what happened is we got all our healers, we got all our stuff back, everyone back to the portal, and then we're going to put them down again. Right, so Baron goes down here, we face him upwards to where the boss is going to spawn. Boom. Next tank I place down here, I place them going out that way, that's absolutely fine. And my last tank I place up here and place them going out. That is the boss surrounded in there. I'm now going to heal them up. I've got my vortex ready. So these are the only 4 heroes you need to survive. Now my vortex goes here, everyone lives. My vortex goes here, everyone lives. My vortex goes here, I can heal everyone. Brilliant. My vortex is going in none of those places. I'm putting mine here. Now the only other thing I need next, a fighter. I've got 4 coming in from the left, I've got 4 coming in from the top, and then shortly over on the right hand side I've got another 4 coming in. Those 4 on the right hand side, they are the issue. Because my tank that they're going to come to, in my case Baron, is tanking up the boss and those 4, that's going to give 5, that would be too much for him, so I need to give him some support. So we will be placing another tank down here to help out our Baron and support, to help out our defender Baron, and to make sure we can tank up the mobs coming around it. But that's it. The healing isn't too bad. Don't overbear your healer. Don't give your healer too much work to do, because then you're just going to make your life awkward. But where you can, use up your ultimates on your fighter just to get those mobs down, and then we can slowly work around and clear off those mobs. We're in no hurry. But remember, if you're using Vortex, he's a single target healer. Okay, so if you put down lots of DPS, he's then got lots of healing to do. Tanks can pretty much take care of themselves. They don't require much healing. But your DPS isn't as tanky, because it's DPS isn't tanks. They're going to take a bit more work and a bit more healing. So we just put down 1 DPS at a time, and that makes our life much easier for our vortex. There we go. There's the ones at the bottom all dead. Nice slow timed it. And then who else are we going to do next? If I chuck down an AoE down here, that's fine. And then our AoE should take out the ones on the left. That's great if you've got some AoE. Put them down, take care of the ones on the left. That's great. And once they're done, we're going to recall that person, then we're going to take care of the ones at the top right. Or middle right, you know, that top part there. We're going to take care of those. Right, so that's them done. We can remove her. Fantastic. And now, the other thing to note is this whirling, spinning Deathblade thing that he does. If we put someone right the way over here, we just put our other DPS down. Start working these top ones. But we've got someone right in the bottom right corner. Now this thing that he does covers the whole screen. Okay, so everyone on the screen is going to get hit. See, we're taking damage there, all the way over there. So whoever you put on the screen is going to take damage from that. Just be aware of it. Okay, as long as our tanks are built up and we've got our bastions ring on, we can pretty much survive quite happily. You know, we're building ourselves up with our HP and our defense, and it's all good. All good for you. Okay, just slow time, take it down. Do not worry about trying to push the fight and get it over and done with too quickly, because you can fail yourself quite easily. Okay, sit back, have a cup of tea, take it nice and steady. Now for me, the other thing I'm going to do, I can now get rid of that tank. That tank is no longer required, no more mobs are coming down, absolutely fine. My DPS is attacking the boss, brilliant, boom, we can DPS the boss down. And the other thing, if you're using an Arbiter Lord, even an epic one, their Arbiter Lord skill here can damage the boss. So there we go, we can do 1 and a bit % on the boss, which could come in handy later on if you want to use it. Okay, you can just find a way without any DPS on the screen, slowly taking the boss down. Okay, let's just speed this up. Last 10% to do. Now you can quite happily put some more DPS down there and DPS the boss down faster. Just make sure you've got all your DPS ready to go for the next round, because the next round is somewhat different. We don't get everyone recalled and get given a clean board to put down again, what we've got on the field is what we roll with. Okay, so the boss is going to transform and then we're going to use someone else. So we can get rid of our DPS there, you're not required. We can get rid of you if you want, and we could just rely on these, or we could keep our DPS up there and just use them in the next round. Okay, it's entirely up to you which way round you want to do it. If you've got AoE up here, it's probably a little bit better and easier for you, and that's another way round to do things. Okay, but we could have quite easily kept our DPS up, but it just shows you a nice way to recover it. And you see here, we don't get the points back, right? This time we're going to place our DPS down here. We're going to place our next healer down. There's our next healer gone down. That's going to heal up our DPS. Okay, that is what's happening. So our boss is going to attack forwards. Okay, that's what our boss does. No great shakes. There's the boss going away. Easy. We've got the boss all cornered. We've got our tanks up, and we're keeping our tanks here. And we've got a healer for our tanks. Then we've got a healer for the one doing up the boss. Now, when we want to attack the boss, I put a fighter down here. I put him in to attack the boss. All good. Okay, that is it. Pretty much taken care of until the boss hits 66%, and then again at 33%. Okay, so you want to make sure you're hitting targets at that point. Now, what do we want for 66%? We want our DPS ready. So I'm going to put my DPS down here. Again, I'm being covered by Vortex. That's great. And I might want to put some other DPS down over here as well. So depending on what DPS you've got, I will put mine back over here that I took away earlier. But you can either keep them up, you can take them away, you want to swap your DPS around, go for it. You've got until the boss gets to 66%. Now, when the boss gets to 66%, that's when she's going to do her hardened shell, and she's going to call forward lots of other arachnids that will come around. Lots of spiders are going to hit the screen, and they're all going to come from the left hand side of the screen. Here they come, and they are going to try and get to the boss, and they will give the boss an increased attack. Right, so we've got them all covered now. We've got our AoE going off. Absolutely fantastic. We're getting rid of those. No worries whatsoever. All is going good. Our only issue is we're on 66 now. Now, as quickly as we get down there, we could end up with an issue where if you get to 33 before you've killed all of these, then she's going to summon some more, and that's just going to make your life a little bit harder, and you don't want to make your life harder. You want to make your life as easy as possible. Okay, so there we go. We are now what, 40 and a bit, and we haven't got our ultimates back up yet, so this could prove problematic. So you could, if you want, you could withdraw your DPS to slow everything down beforehand. Just consider your timings and do the fight nice and slowly and under your own conditions, not what the game is pushing for you to achieve. Okay, got rid of all of those. We've got some DPS up there, that's all going, so we can now start withdrawing all this. I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need any of these anymore because they're not going to be used, and I've got very little damage I need to do to the boss, and now I want to spend a minute killing the boss. There you go, we'll put you down now as a nice little fighter down there, and we will slow time go through killing the boss. We don't want to do it too quickly, so again, back to your cuppa. There we go again, right, we've had some tea, we're all feeling better, the boss is transformed, next tank goes down, boom, our next healer goes down, there we are. And then we've got a tank, we've got a fighter. Our fighter will probably die, it's no great biggie. And then we've got some more mobs coming in to the boss again. So there we are. I can remove you. We can get you down. And we should be alright. We want to take down these mobs coming around for the boss. But once we've taken them out once, we don't need to do them again, but don't get too concerned about them, or don't think you have to rush everything. Okay, just slow time this. There we go, there's one down there. These are going to get turned around, that's absolutely fine. And if we get these down, great with our fighter. If we don't, we've still got our tank and we've still got some other DPS we can put down. We're in no rush. Okay, just don't rush the fight. Take it nice and easy. Make sure you're doing okay. We've got no worries about the boss. We're not concerned about the boss at all. The boss will do his own thing and we shouldn't worry about it, okay? Got a couple getting past. We can put a tank down. There we are. Now the boss occasionally has got a couple of abilities. There's one where he will blow everyone up and we take a bit of damage and we lose some people. It's somewhat annoying. That is about it. It's just somewhat annoying. It's not a major issue. Boss hasn't done anything else. We're still all alive. The boss isn't running away. There's a lot of positives to take out from it. Okay, don't think, oh, I'm being blown up by the boss, all my life is gone, everything's gone wrong. It hasn't. It's all fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, the boss will do bossy things and that's about it. Right, so we can get rid of our tank now, we can get rid of the DPS now. That's it. The only thing we've now got to worry about is the boss. Now the boss is doing a heal at the moment. You see that? He's healing for the best part of 80k. Heals for a lot. And that's annoying. Now this is where we said earlier you may want to take someone in with anti-heal, you may not. So that choice now is very much yours. So you can see what your DPS is like. So if I put someone down there and then I will see if I can out damage the boss. That's all I've really got to worry about, is if I can do enough damage to the boss, or is he going to heal through it. They're the issues I've got. If the boss heals through it, then you should have brought some anti-heal. If you can out DPS the boss, then you're absolutely fine. That's your sort of plan. So we've got the boss down to about 90% at the moment. We'll see before there he goes. We've done the boss to about 90% and he's healing for 80k. He is smashing through our DPS at the moment, but we've only got one DPS down at the moment, so we can put some more DPS down and see how we go with this. Now the boss is healing up this time and then we'll see how we go next time round. You can just add your DPS in. The only thing you've got to watch out for is when those pillars come down and then he starts really going for the damage. You'll get that explosion. You can use like a vortex big heal, not everyone would die, and then you've got some other DPS. I've still got other DPS down now I can bring onto the field and carry on DPS and the boss down. If you think the boss is doing too much, bring an anti-heal and then you've cured that issue before it even gets going. Okay, there we go. This time we're much further on in the DPS meter or the DPS race. We've done loads more damage to him. We were at 90% last time. But we're using our new poisoner epic that everyone got, and we're using a little poisoner as well. Look at that. We are dropping damage on this boss all over the place. Okay. But shortly they will be back in. There he goes into his heal. Now we were just below 50%. And this time we're sort of holding, we're even doing a bit more. There we go. He will overcome that, but I think all told we're doing well with the boss. Even if he gets up, as long as he doesn't get up too far, then you can say, well, my two DPSs are running fine with him. If you wanted to, you could have another one in there, and then even if he kills someone with those columns, there they are there. We chuck a vortex shield up to see if we can recover some of it. Boom, there you are. We didn't have anyone die from that. Okay. Just remember, if you've got less people on, there's less people for single target healers to heal. Okay, it does make their life a little bit easier. There you go. We will be able to take the boss down this time. Boom. Now, going to pause here. The next part of the boss fight is a bit of a race. So you're going to want your DPS ready and it needs to hit airborne targets. Okay, so we've recently had the boss do his column thing, so I don't think anyone else is going to take any more real damage. I'm going to gamble. I'm going to start putting my DPS out now for when the boss goes into the next phase, so I can get as close to those ultimates as possible. What he's going to do is he's going to come up that right hand side there, he's going to turn around the corner in that ball form, that like orb form, and then he's going to go all the way out. Okay, so we want to get that done beforehand. So I am putting my DPS down now. I can put you going up, and I've got a fighter there that will come down for it. Okay. There we are. Now he's transformed, and I want to start DPSing him down as quickly as possible, because this ball will just motor its own way out around this path and go out. So just DPS him down as quickly as possible. Once you think you're in range when he's dropped those pillars, go for it. That's when you put your DPS down. There you go. And he's done. No Silas. Okay. Gearing, I don't know. Don't know what gear I've got on. I've probably got some good gear on some of the champions, but we can go and have a quick look. Complete. Don't want to do it again. So they're the heroes we want to use. We want to use like our best single target. So tanks wise, let's do tanks first. So gearing, we have gone Guardian, and then we've gone our tier 3 stuff, Astral. Okay, should have some lying around. Gearing, Guardians again, but it would be just HP stuff. It doesn't have to roll particularly well. And then artifact wise, we want our Bastion. It doesn't have to be a good Bastion's ring. Okay, there's plenty of room for improvement there. And then we've got our Baron. What's Baron in? Again, Guardian, and he's in really not fantastic gear. Okay, so as long as we've got Guardian, as long as it's HP percent, that's going to do us. Okay, that will keep our tanks alive. And then we want a Bastion's ring on him as well. Okay, healers, Vortex. Probably the backbone of this. We've got him in some more HP stuff, makes him a little tankier. Okay, it's not a healing set, but we're using that. And then we've got him in our tier 1 healing set again. He gets max HP, and then we've got him in HP percent, and then we've got healing effect in there as well. Feel free if you want to swap this out for attack speed, and just make sure it's got some HP percent in there as well. But you do want some nice attack speed on him. You want him going as fast as possible. Didn't have a look at artifact. There you go. That's the one we've got on him. Lily, what's she in? I haven't got a clue. There we go. Attack speed, and then attack. So she lived, but there's plenty of room there to make her more tanky, or use an HP based healer, or use like a Diachan, something like that, that you can swap over from the healing to help out with that invigoration buff will be a good choice. Okay, now DPS, where are we going? Let's do you first. I'm imagining good gear. Yeah, okay, you have got good gear on. We've gone attack, and we've gone attack as well. We've gone attack everywhere on her. There you go. And artifact wise, probably could have swapped that out. Our poisoner, yeah, we've gone relatively good gear on you. Now remember how poisons work. Okay, poisons are done off your damage going out, so yes, they can crit, so make sure you build some crit rate into your hero and some crit damage as well, because poisons do actually do that. But you do want a bit of speed in there as well if you're using a poisoner. It just makes your life a little bit easier. And then we've got our AoE champion. Again, we're in Soulbound Arcana, and then our skills are all done on her. She's not awakened, and she's got her own artifact, but that's fully done up. I don't think we used her that often. Gearing wise, there's our new hero. We can use her. She's absolutely fine to use. She pairs very well in Numeria. She has got that buff going on as well, or is it an awakening? Is it awakening? Yes. Basic attack afflicts acute poison. So you do want her to be awakened 1, I would say, as a bare minimum if you're going to use her, if you're pairing her in Numeria, because that's the helpful part of her kit that she's bringing. She's bringing the do 40% extra damage. Okay, so make sure you've got that done with her. We had a look at you already. How were you geared? And there's your gearing as well. Just a bit of a mess of gear, really. Just whatever we had lying around. Artifact, Wailing Skull. Don't have to have her there. Feel free to swap them around there, and then you'll buff everyone else. That's quite a nice way round to do things. Now, if you've got some super hints, please put them in the comments below. It is very helpful for everyone else coming round. Right, so a couple of things to go with. We just want to use your best heroes. Don't use epics, because I've used them. If you've got better poisoners than that, go for it. If you've got better gear, go for it. If you've got less gear, then you'll want to use better heroes. there are some really good choices out there. Vierna's a really good choice. Silas is a good choice. I mean, there's some fantastic legendaries out there that you may have on your account to use up, okay? Legendary healers are going to be good. HP based healers are going to be good. Elowin's going to be good because the elf that you can place around all over the place. Plenty of really good options that you can do for this as well, okay? That's just more of a concept on how to do it and when to look out for the boss transformations and how you're going to replace thinking ahead for the next round, okay, to save you battling through it and spending hours, because you've probably got a proper job and your time here is limited. Now, if you've got a good idea, a good suggestion, or a good hero that I've missed, put it down in the comments below. Now, if you're coming through and you're watching this, read the comments below, because hopefully someone would have gone, I use this hero is really good here, okay? I haven't had time to test them all. I am not the brightest person in the box by any stretch of the imagination. I am bright enough to know that I'm not the brightest person about, okay? So read the comments below. There are some people who put some comments down there and they are absolutely amazing, okay? So make sure you read them up. And they might have the combination there that you are thinking, oh, can I use this hero? They might go, this hero is absolutely awesome. Right, there you go. That's me done. Bit of a long one. Thank you very much for your time. I hope it's helped you out. No Silas, plenty of other heroes in there that you can use. If you've got any questions, feel free to give me a shout. I'm happy to try them out for you. Okay, I hope you're well, and I'll see you all in a video again soon. Do the old thumbs up, like and subscribe when you're way out the door, and I would appreciate that massively. Okay, cheers for your time.